Oh, and just a disclaimer, I'm going to throw this in here. This is going to be kind of a trigger warning. So, viewer discretion is advised. And, we're going to be talking about like suicide and things like that. So, again, this is just a trigger warning. If you can't handle it, then don't watch. If you can, just continue. But anyways, back to the video. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to get a little personal. I've been really struggling trying to figure out the direction that I want my YouTube channel to go. Like, I'm doing makeup, I'm doing vlogs, I'm doing sit downs, I'm doing hauls. Like, it's kind of all over the place. And I think it's because I'm trying to do what's hip, what's now, what's trending, instead of being me. So with that being said, me being me, I'm about to let y'all in on stuff about me and stuff that I've personally gone through, and we're just gonna kind of talk a little bit about God, a little bit about praying, manifestation, things like that. So please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you like, share, and comment on this video. Make sure you follow me on my socials so you know when another video is coming out, and also ring the bell. And without further ado, yeah guys, let's just get straight into the video. So what's up guys? So for y'all who are new, hi, I'm Haley Marie. Welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm just gonna talk about basically my testimony. I do have one, and I think it's time that I kind of share it with everybody, because you never know who you might be helping, who you might be encouraging, just who you could be influencing, and you never know who else is going through the things that I've gone through and are still going through. So I am clinically diagnosed with being depressed and have anxiety. I was clinically diagnosed back in, I want to say 2017 maybe. So a little backstory about what happened. I've always been a little like chemically unbalanced, I guess. I've kind of always been on that teetering of being like depressed and like, things like that. And my mom would, even when I was younger, my mom would ask, "Are you depressed?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not depressed. What do I have to be depressed about? I'm just moody. I'm a teenager, or I'm a kid, I'm a girl. I'm moody." I always just chopped it down to me being moody. Well, it wasn't moody. So fast forward, it's 2016. It's my freshman year in college. I'm in the dorm talking to some friends, and we're talking about birth control. And at the time I was dating this guy, and I was like, dang, I think I should get on birth control. I've never been on it, and I think that's something that as a young adult would be smart to do. So, I reached out to my mom and I was like, "Hey mom, I think I want to get on birth control, XYZ. We had that conversation. Okay, we got in the process of getting me on birth control. So first birth control I started was the pill. Awful. The pill was so bad. It made me so nauseous. It didn't matter if I had eaten, if I didn't eat. I was so nauseous all the time, and I had a headache that was on 10, 24 hours, 7 days a week. It was awful. And I am not a consistent person when it comes to taking things at the same time every day. Like having to set an alarm to take a pill, especially because I had 8 a.m. classes. Yeah, that wasn't working, being on a schedule and being like, you have to take your pill at the same time every day. Huh? No. I'm not responsible like that. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. I am not responsible enough to consistently take a pill at the same time every single day. So got off the pill, and then next I got, when I went home for a break or whatever, I got the Nexplanon ring, or the Nexplanon rod, and it goes in your arm like right here. So that was fine. I didn't have any problems with it at first. And then next thing you know, I started feeling really like down and depressed and having suicidal thoughts. I got off of the pill, got on the Nexplanon rod. It was fine, and the next thing you know, I was feeling really depressed. I was really down. I wouldn't leave my dorm room. not even to eat. Like I would go days with like not eating or drinking anything, and I was like extremely dehydrated. And I was dating this guy, and I remember being in the car one day and we were driving to go get food, and I literally remember having the thought of, while the car was moving, just like jumping out. And then I also had thoughts of walking into the street with oncoming traffic. Like I was having this constant battle of, I wanted to be here but I didn't want to be here. Like I was having this constant inner battle with myself. And it was really rough. I remember my ex, he had gone home for the weekend, and I had stayed behind. That entire weekend, I did not leave my dorm room. Like from sun up to sundown, I was in my dorm room. I didn't even turn the lights on, so like when it would get dark, I would just sit in the dark. Depression was kicking my butt, and it was really scary because all I could do was cry and have these horrible thoughts about how I didn't want to be here anymore. And the sane me, the okay me, knew I didn't want to hurt myself, but then there was that other part of me that was like, no, yeah, you do. So the day that I was like, okay, something is wrong, I really need to get help. I had just come back from my 8 a.m. class, so it was like 9 o'clock. And I remember being in my dorm room, and I was just like, this is it. I'm done. This is the day. And I remember having thoughts going through my mind of how I was going to go about ending it. My first thought was trying to hang myself with a belt on the back of my door. And literally, I know it's really scary, and just thinking about it, like, and talking about it out loud, it is scary now hearing it like this. And I was really having these scenarios of like, oh, well, I might be too heavy, so it might not work, or maybe the belt's not long enough. So like, I knew I wanted it to happen, but I needed it to happen with one clean sweep. Like it didn't need to have any hiccups, basically. So I was like, okay, well, hanging is not foolproof. What else can I do? So then I kind of just started looking around, and next thing you know, I see this Dayquil bottle unopened, and I was like, that's it. I'm just gonna chug this bottle, and it's just gonna do what it's gotta do, and hopefully I won't even feel it. So I went to unwrap. Like I took the wrapping off and I opened it, and I just sat there and looked inside the bottle with thoughts racing in my head. Do it, drink it, go ahead, to no, you don't want to do this, you want to be here, you want to live, don't do it. It's like having the devil on your shoulder and then God on your other shoulder, and you're like, it's this constant battle of what do I do. Luckily for me, the sane side won. I put the top back on. I called my ex, my boyfriend at the time, and was like, I need you to come get me. I am about to hurt myself, and I need you to come be with me. So he was in the middle of class. This man took off out of class to come be with me, basically to make sure that I didn't hurt myself. And then I called my mom and I said, Mom, I just tried to hurt myself. I think I'm depressed. I need help. So, let alone, I'm in Valdosta, Georgia, which was, from where I was living, was 4 hours away. Y'all, my mom got off work and got to me in 3 hours, and had a doctor's appointment and therapy scheduled for the next day. So I went home, and my mom was like, what's going on? And I was like, Mom, I don't know. I just have this hopelessness feeling of like, I don't want to be here, but I want to be here. Like this constant battle of life, basically. And I just remember my mom not really understanding and kind of being like, kind of brushing it aside or not making a big deal out of it, and making it seem like you have such a good life, and you know, you've never been through anything, and X, Y, and Z. So what do you have to be depressed about? Okay, it's not about the material things. I'm not saying that I don't have a good life. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful. I'm not saying that I haven't been through anything, but that's not the point. The point is, chemically in my mind, something is not right. I am not balanced, and the negative side is starting to win. That's basically what was going on. And then, you know, everybody was asking me all these questions, and then I really didn't like going to therapy because I felt like people thought I was crazy, and I really felt like I had to be careful what I said around people, and that people had to walk around eggshells around me. And I just felt like people thought I was crazy. Like at any moment I would just snap, and I was so afraid that they were going to, and I promise you I felt this way. I was so afraid that they were going to send me off to like a nut house, or like, you know, a place where they put you in one of those rooms and like put you like in with soft things on your hands so like you can't hurt yourself. Like I felt like that was the path that I was heading down. So in therapy, I was not very vocal in the beginning. I was just like, yeah, I'm here because I need to be here, but I wasn't really participating, and I wasn't really taking anything from it. And then eventually I did open up, and therapy started being like, oh my God, I get to go to therapy today. I have so much I need to tell her, I need to talk about. And it got to the point where I would start to cry, and I would tell her, you know, about how I would feel, and how, you know, how my mom would make me feel, how I would feel like she doesn't understand, and, you know, she gets mad that I'm having this issue. So it was really hard. Eventually in therapy, we did do a family session where I did get to tell my mom, you know, things that she said that made me feel like she didn't care, or like, you know, she just didn't understand. And nobody understands unless they've been through it. Like even me telling you right now, like to y'all it might be like, oh my God, you went through this, like that's so scary. And yes, it is scary, and I'm still going through it. I mean, I do not have suicidal thoughts anymore, thank goodness. I am on medication that I will have to take for the rest of my life, which I'm fine with because it's not something that is my fault. I'm chemically imbalance. That's not something that I can control, but I can control what I do with that information. So I decided to get on medicine, and let me tell you, the medicine really does help. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me back up a little bit. That same day that I had therapy, I went to the gynecologist, and I told her, I was like, hey, I had suicidal thoughts. I did try to hurt myself. This is what's going on. And she was like, yes, let's get that next one on rod. Like, let's get it out. Let's take it out. It was just way too much hormone for me at one time, because the next one on rod, I think it's good for like 3 to 5 years. And that's just a lot of hormone in your body at one time. And like, it really just tipped my scales. Like I was already like right here, and then I was like here. So it was really, really scary. It did take a minute, obviously, for the medicine to kick in. In the beginning, I was really bad about taking medicine. I was really, really bad about taking my medicine. I wouldn't take it every day. And I would go days without taking it. So it never would get in my system to actually work. So I'm like, the medicine is not working, and I still feel da 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 da, and I would still cry and things like that. But I didn't actually give the medicine a chance. A legitimate chance. I didn't take it consistently, and medicine is only going to meet you halfway. Medicine is not going to fix all of it. You have to meet the medicine halfway. Yes, it's going to bring you back here from being here, but you also have to put in work to be here. The medicine, you don't just start taking medicine, boom, it's better, we're good, living my best life. No, it takes work. I realized that I cannot sit at home for days on end. 1 to 2 days, okay, and even on that second day, it's really pushing it. I cannot stay in this environment for too long, or I will get in a depressed state, and my mind, I'll just be with my thoughts, and it's a really bad combination. I need to be busy, basically. Like, it's fine that I'm in my room and that I'm chilling like on a Saturday, but on Sunday I need to be able to get up and get out the house, get some sun. I cannot just be in the house all day. I cannot sit around all day. I have to get up and do something, or I will literally lose my mind. Second, if I do not take my medicine every single day, let me tell you, I've been on the medicine since 2017. We're in 2023 now. So what is that? 5 years? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whoa, that's 6 years. Don't come for my math. Anyways, I've been on this medicine for 6 years. It has gone up a couple of doses. I started at 50, and then 50 wasn't really doing enough for me. So we went up to 100. And then I just recently, in the last like 6 to 8 months, went to 1.5, which is 150 milligrams, so 1.5 pills, because I felt like my body was kind of getting used to being at the 100, and I was starting to feel lazy, unmotivated, more being stagnant, staying at home. So I bumped it to 1.5, and once I started getting in my system, I felt so much better. Recently, I hadn't been taking my medicine because you guys know my dog Brody, who is also on medicine because of his heart condition. I'm always worried about him and him taking his medicine, that I forget to take my medicine in the morning. So I went like 5 days without medicine, and honestly, by the third day, you're definitely feeling it. So the fact that I went 5 days, I was so, and it's to the point where it's not sadness and feeling of despair and loneliness and hopelessness. It's more irritability, lack of patience, just moody, like really quick to snap, like really on edge. That's really what it's turned into now that I'm on the medicine. So it's not necessarily a sadness anymore, and thank God that I haven't had any more thoughts or anything like that. But not only did the medicine obviously help, but like I said, you have to put in the work. And the work that I put in was really leaning into my faith and really just thinking and asking God to get me through what I was going through. I would go to church every Sunday. I still do because I love church. And I would go up to the altar every Sunday and I would get on my knees and I would just cry. Oh, I don't want to cry now. I would cry and just say, thank you, Jesus. Just thank you, because I knew where I could have been, which was not in church. I could have been in the ground somewhere, and hurt a lot of people in my life. Ooh, okay, wait. Oh, I don't want to cry. Stop it. But yeah, I would just go to the altar and I'd just be like, thank you, Jesus. Just please just get me through it. And I just really leaned into my faith. I would always say, God is going to be the light at the end of my tunnel. I will always say that. And every time anybody asks me, I'd be like, God is going to be the light at the end of my tunnel. I am going to make it through this. I'm going to make it to see the other side. And I'll be damned if I'm not here today to tell you that you are loved. Your life does matter. You are important, and you do deserve to be here, and you do belong here. Because that's how I was feeling. I was like, I don't have any purpose. Like, my life is not serving anybody. I just felt like I was a waste of space. I'm here to tell you, you are not a waste of space. And I'm here to be that face that you can make it. And you will make it. And if nobody else will tell you, I'm here to tell you, you are going to be okay. If nobody else loves you, I love you. If anybody would ever want to reach out to me because they are going through something, or they just need somebody to talk to and feel like they don't have anybody that will understand, or you don't want to scare people with the thoughts that you have, reach out to me. Reach out in my comments. We can exchange numbers, or we can DM, or do whatever. But I want to be there for y'all. So y'all have someone who not only is going to be there for you, but someone who's going to be there for you that has been where you are. And that is my testimony, that I go around telling any and everybody that I can, because God did that for me. God loved me. He still loves me. I'm his child, and I am still here by his grace, because you know what? God was not done with me. And God will never put you through something that you couldn't handle. Always remember that. It might seem like the world is ending, the world is crashing down, and it might be at the moment, and you might be at rock bottom, but let me tell you something. I'm here to tell you, if you hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. Once you hit rock bottom, that's it. All you can do is go up. And that's all that I'm doing since I've had my testimony, and since God has just been so good and so faithful and just so loving, and he listens, and God is really the only therapist you need, because let me tell you, he won't tell you secrets. What you tell God is between you and him. What you tell him is between you and him, and he knows your heart, he knows your mind, he knows your soul, and he knows your spirit. And I'm here to tell you, he loves you. Please do not give up. Do not give up. I know it's tough, I know it's hard, but please, I'm here to tell you, as someone who has made it through to the other side, don't give up. You're not alone. You're really not. I promise you. I know. So as someone who's been there, done that, I'm here for you. So that is my testimony. I am, again, just so thankful to God, because without God, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't be able to share what I've been through and hopefully influence and change someone else's life to realize that they're not alone, and that they're not the only ones, and that there's someone out there that loves them. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I know it got a little deep, a little heavy, but again, I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.